the stream. If you're new, my name is Brian. This is where MAGA comes to talk. I've been reading all these stories about the Cybertruck guy. And, boy, I love how they just have everything all packaged and documented. They already have a story out. Investigation over, nothing to see here, you know. I like how they've wrapped this Cybertruck story up in a bow that says that the guy was MAGA. He was a fan of both Elon Musk and Trump. And I'll ask you guys, if you're watching live, you can let me know in the live chat. If you're not watching live, let me know in the comments. Do you believe that story? The letters, the emails, everything that's come out from this Cybertruck bomber, that he's MAGA, he loves Trump, he loves Elon. Come on. How convenient. Just a couple days after, they've already got the whole narrative out there. We have more information on this guy in 2 days than we have on both of the Trump assassins combined. Now, this is just my take. Okay, let's just say, because obviously we don't know yet, but the fact that they come out with a conclusion so quickly, I got to clean off my reading glasses. Hold on, guys. My apologies, but they are dirty. The fact that they come out with this narrative so quickly is in itself suspicious. So they're saying that he is MAGA, supports Trump and Elon Musk. If he supports Trump and Elon Musk, why would he commit an act of terrorism in one of Elon Musk's vehicles in front of one of Trump's properties? Right? It just makes no sense to me. Why? Because yesterday, there was a story that I shared on the radio yesterday. And it was yesterday morning's live stream here on YouTube. It was reported in the Gateway Pundit that the Cybertruck bomber was working. He was on leave from the Army. He's in the Army. And he was recruiting former military personnel to fight as mercenaries for Ukraine. Why would he be doing that? Does that sound something like something a MAGA guy would be doing? You know? And how convenient. He had 2 cell phones. One of them survived enough for them to get all this information off of. Come on. It's too quick. Too fast. But they got to get it out there before Trump's back. While they still control the government agencies. Because they only control them for a couple more weeks. And then Trump is back. No, so I don't buy it. It is, to me, it stinks. Too much, too soon. It just does not make sense. You know, if he's MAGA and loves Trump and Elon, why would he do that in one of Elon's vehicles in front of one of Trump's properties with his name on it? That just makes zero sense. Can you tell me why someone who's MAGA that loves Trump and Elon would do that? Because I don't know. I can't think of a reason that makes sense. Can you? Oh, yeah. Always trust in Trump. Welcome, everyone. If you're new to my channel, my name is Brian. This is where MAGA comes to talk. Make sure you subscribe. But I'd like to hear an answer to that. Wouldn't you? It makes less than 0 cents. And as much information as they've given out, they haven't explained to us how he detonated the devices after he did himself in. So how did he do himself in and do that? I mean, obviously there's ways to do that, but they didn't tell us that, did they? No. Something's up here. And I'll tell you another thing, his wife was liberal. His wife's liberal. You know, could someone that MAGA who loves Trump, being married to a liberal abortion activist? I don't think so. I mean, my goodness, how many of you were married? Could you imagine being married to somebody that hated Trump? It doesn't even make sense in itself. So okay, I'll ask you yes or no. Okay, so let me ask the question, and then the answer to this question will be either yes or no. So they've released and I saw the podcast interview with the guy that got the emails and everything else. They have all the letters, all the emails. There's the guy's phone. He had 2 phones. One survived the blast. He's MAGA. He loved Trump, and he loved Elon, is their story. And he did this to bring attention to them in a positive way. Do you believe that narrative, yes or no? That he's a Trump lover and an Elon lover? That he's MAGA? Yes or no? Do you believe that story? Mm-mm. Me either. No way. No way. Mm-mm. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so it's not just me. It's not just me. Okay, good. I wanted to make sure, because, you know. Doesn't pass the smell test, says No One. Absolutely right, No One. Well said. You couldn't sleep last night? No, I slept well. I've been up for a long time today reading through the news. And I was going to do a live stream and take calls, but I decided against that. I thought I'd take a little break from that this morning. And my wife and I will have a new podcast later. We'll talk about this. Well, I wanted to process this a little bit. Oh, we all need God the Father. We all need Jesus. There's no doubt about that. No doubt about that. Everybody needs Jesus. Little caffeine here on this Saturday morning. It is freezing here in sunny South Florida. It is sunny out, you know, but it is 54 degrees. I was going to ride the MAGA scooter, my Vespa, but in my stream late in the day yesterday, I was sitting next to my MAGA scooter 2.0, the Vespa, but today it is too cold. But you can see nice out with the palm trees and everything else, but it's freezing. 16 days till sanity, yeah. Yeah, he incorporated the drones in his messaging. Now, I don't buy it. Well, we don't worship Trump. We just respect him. That's right. Oh, no. Well, listen, we may never get the truth of these 2 stories because, I mean, look, they let the damn reporter go into the crime scene of the one guy of the New Orleans terrorist house. I've never seen such a thing like that. Oh, by the way, my Newsmax appearance is online now, and if you, I did tweet it. I tweeted the link to on the Newsmax website where you can see my appearance on Newsmax. It's on my X. I put it in my Facebook group as well as the community section here on YouTube. So if you go in the community section, you can click the link and catch me on Newsmax on the Wendy Bell Show. They just put that up like last night or this morning. I guess whoever updates their site has been on Christmas, New Year's vacation. But go and check that out. And it is not a cloud in the sky here in Florida, but 54 degrees is freezing for us. I've got the heat on in the car. I've got the seat heater on, as well as there's a heater in the steering wheel on this car, which is pretty cool. I've got that on too. No, I don't buy this narrative at all. First of all, they've come up with a conclusion to the whole investigation way too soon to be believable. Okay. No, I don't think he's dead. He didn't fake his death. He's dead. But I don't believe this story. You know, yesterday morning, I was showing you the picture of him with his wife where he's got that Ukraine t-shirt on. That's not a MAGA guy. That is not a MAGA guy. There's just no way. Nope. But, you know, it really, when we're living through all these false narratives, it's getting a little hot in here, so I'll turn the heat down a little bit. We see all these false narratives happening before our eyes. Doesn't it make you question, like, all of history? You know, how much of the history that we've been born and raised on is false like this? You know? Now, did you guys see the video of Kamala Harris screwing up the Pledge of Allegiance in the Senate yesterday? I am so shocked. I have heard everybody talking about this. I've seen online, I've seen on television, everything else. And the reason that she screwed up the Pledge of Allegiance is because she grew up in Canada, not the United States, and she doesn't know it by heart like we all do. Okay? It's not that she's drunk or anything, but when she went to Canada as a little girl, went to school in Canada all the way through high school until she went to college. And that's the time you learn about America. You do the Pledge of Allegiance every day in school, and she didn't grow up with that. She just doesn't know it because, like us Americans, she didn't grow up saying the Pledge of Allegiance. She doesn't know the damn pledge. That's how un-American she is. She's more Canadian than American. Whatever they do in Canada, I don't know, but I bet she knows that. I'm just surprised that that no one picked up on that. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I mean, you think about it, the Pledge of Allegiance, we said that every morning in school that I can remember, kindergarten through my senior year of high school. And since I left school, I've said it a few times, not that many times, but when you're in school in the United States, we say the Pledge of Allegiance every day. In high school and middle school, we say it in our homeroom because that's where they do the announcements and everything. But in elementary school, we would say it, the whole school, we do it together, right? Principal would come on with the morning announcements, and we would do the pledge together and stand up and say it. Yeah. But they don't do the Pledge of Allegiance in Canada. And that's where she grew up. She just doesn't know it. She's Canadian in her heart and mind. So it's so amazing. I don't know why nobody picked up on that yesterday. As soon as I saw it, my wife saw it first. She showed it to me. And I was like, because she grew up in Canada. She didn't grow up saying it. She doesn't know the damn thing. I don't know what they do. When I was in high school, my best friend had moved here. He was from Canada, and he wouldn't say the pledge because he was Canadian. And he told me what they did in Canada. I can't remember what it was, but any Canadians in here? But they had I don't know if they did it every day in school, but they did a thing where they would put their hands together and do something. Oh, yeah. We did it all. Pledge of Allegiance, This Land Is Your Land, and all that stuff. Remember that song? This Land Is Your Land? I'm not going to sing. Don't worry. I hope it warms it. The high today, it's 54 now. The high today is going to be 72, which is freezing. Do I remember the American salute before the hand over the heart? That was before my time. No. I don't ever remember a salute. Highlights. That's right, highlights. That was a good magazine. 72 a high today. That's cold for Florida. Yeah. It's not senioritis. She did not grow up in America. When she was a little girl, when she was in elementary school, her mother took her to Canada, and she was raised in Canada. They don't say the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America in Canada, so she just doesn't know it. You know, I remember there was a movie in the 80s. It was a TV movie called America, and America was spelled with a K, and it starred Chris Christopherson. It was a TV movie, and it took place in the future. Robert Urich was in it. It took place in the future, and the Soviet Union had conquered the United States. And I remember there was the cover of TV Guide had a story about how the extras didn't know the Pledge of Allegiance because they filmed the movie in Canada, and there was this dramatic scene at the end where they did the Pledge of Allegiance, and none of the extras knew it, so they had to teach it to them on the set to do it for this movie. I mean, I don't know what they do in Canada, if anything, to honor their flag. I don't know what they do. Maybe they do nothing. But she's on her way to permanent retirement in AA meetings. I think Kamala, the chances are with Kamala, she'll end up either being the president of Howard University or the president of her national sorority. That's about all she seems to care about. That and drinking. That's about it. I have no idea what they do in Canada. Ask Kamala. She grew up there. She knows what they did in Canada. How can you be dub enough? D-U-B? Do you mean dumb? Maybe before you call someone dumb, you should know how to spell it. Well, Trump is the only person in government I trust. Oh, yeah, the Kamala cackle. Well, listen, we're not going to have to hear that Kamala cackle too much longer. Inauguration Day is right around the corner, and that'll be it for Kamala. We won't have to worry about how to pronounce her name either. Kamala. Those days are over. Yeah, people in Florida right now are dressed up like it's going to snow. Yeah. She looked like an idiot, like she is. She doesn't understand our country, our culture, nothing. Raised by two Marxists, grew up in another country. You know, she just doesn't, she doesn't get it. I'd like to know what her, how her mother pronounced her name. I bet her mother said Kamala. But it doesn't matter. We don't have to know that name anymore. She'll go the way all the other vice presidents go to the same retirement club, obscurity. Vice presidents don't really typically have much of a career left. Very few of them. Every once in a while, you'll get a comeback like Biden. Very rare. You said the Lord's Prayer in school? Oh, my goodness. No, we didn't do the Lord's Prayer, but I went to public school. We used to pray before the football games in high school, but that was it. Well, I hope it warms up soon today. Yeah. Well, you know, listen, here's the thing. Trump's election victory is going to be certified on Monday by Kamala Harris. That's going to be great. I'll definitely be watching that. And then the countdown to Trump term 2 has begun. And everything's going very, very well. What happened yesterday in the House was perfect. Trump got everything under control, showed everybody who the boss is, got it all taken care of. We got our speaker. You know, a week ago, they were trying to panic people on Fox that we weren't going to have a speaker and they weren't going to be able to certify Trump's election on the 6th. Well, that didn't happen. And the congressman, I've forgotten his name. Maybe somebody can remind me who it was. That Trump called to get him to switch his vote, and Trump was annoyed, and he said, "I'm on the golf course." He was annoyed. January 10th, Trump gets sentenced. No, the sentence has already come down. Didn't you guys catch it? Trump has been sentenced to 4 years in the Oval Office. That's right, 4 years in the Oval Office. Right where we want him. Exactly. This Judge Merchan is so stupid. You know, Pam Bondi is going to investigate that guy. And they're going to get forensic accountants on all that fundraising the daughter did and everything else. And that judge could very well find himself in a federal prison for what he's been doing. A sentence of 4 years in the Oval Office for Trump sounds perfect to me. I think Trump's happy with that sentence. What do you guys think? And we sentenced him to it. The American people. Indiana? Well, let Indiana be Indiana. It is such a nice day. Not a cloud in the sky. Oh my goodness. This is a good day to drive to the beach. Maybe I'll get my wife to go with me. We'll go drive down to the beach. When you live in Florida, you know, the beach is mostly for tourists. So we live close to the beach, but it's a few minutes away from here, from our house. But when you live in Florida, you don't go to the beach that much. $8 years would be better? Yeah, well, you know. JD looked great, didn't he, yesterday? He'll be the second MAGA president. Well, you know, this Merchan, he's a bad dude. I mean, he's just a bad dude. There's no way Pam Bondi is not going to investigate these lawfare people. No way. Of course she is. And she does not play. Pretty bold statement for a guy on vacation. I'm not sure exactly what that was a reference to. Oh, yeah. Pam Bondi was our attorney general here in Florida. She does not mess around. You know, I tell people Pam Bondi is much better looking in person. I don't know what it is about television in her, but if you've ever, I've met her a few times. If you've ever seen Pam Bondi in person, I would say she's about 5 times better looking in person than she looks on television. It's a strange thing. I don't know why. It is kind of weird. I've seen other people like that. I met a couple actresses that were back, you know, like supporting actresses, and I saw them in person, and they were knockouts. But on television in the movies, they're like average. I don't know what that is. Some people, I guess, just don't film well. But Pam Bondi, she's got some balls on her, man. She does not mess around. You know what Pam Bondi's a lot like? She's a lot like Laura Loomer. She's like Laura Loomer. You know, Laura Loomer has huge balls. She's fearless. That's how Pam Bondi is. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, yeah. You would not want Laura Loomer or Pam Bondi after you. Who do you think will be the first to face charges? Who knows? There's so many criminals. There's no loophole, May. Whoever says there's a loophole for Trump to run again in 2028 is just making things up. There's no loophole. It's constitutional amendment. 2 terms, that's it. There's no loophole. Don't let anybody convince you of that stuff. Now, Liz Cheney with her medal. What a disgusting person. Who would take a medal? Who would, you don't have to go and take the medal. Who would take a medal from Joe Biden. No, couldn't be vice president either. Nope. Nope. Because at any moment in time, he might have to assume the responsibilities. Need to amend the amendment? You don't want to start. That's never going to happen. Amendments are almost impossible to pass. Presidents can be inaugurated anywhere, right? Lyndon Johnson was inaugurated in Dallas on Air Force One at Love Field, right? So no, you can. The presidents can be inaugurated anywhere by any. And I don't even think it needs to be. Does it have to be a federal judge? It may not even need to be a federal judge that has to swear them in. I'm not sure about that, but obviously they can be inaugurated anywhere. Presidents have been inaugurated in, different places than that. Well, I drank this already while I've been talking to you guys. Now, this is just such an amazing time. I still, all of our hard work, all of us, for the last 4 years has brought President Trump back into the White House. It's just absolutely amazing to me. Now, if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Yeah, maybe the metal was made out of the WMDs that our dad lied about, that were in Iraq, Liz. 16 days till the golden age. I like that. 16 days till the golden age. Does that rhyme? Now, my Newsmax interview is online now, so I linked it up in the community section here on YouTube. The community section on my channel. It's also, I posted the link in my Facebook group, the Brian Craig Show Facebook group, and it's also on my X, because they just put it up last night or this morning. So if you want to see me on Newsmax, click the link and watch on the Wendy Bell Show. That's right. Well, listen, guys, I'm going to head home. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next time. Take care.